There we go. I stopped it early this time. We got almost, y'all getting in here faster and faster. So get your water. Get you some water. We got stuff to talk about today. Oh my, I forgot. Ooh, I put vitamin C in that. Robert is on the right side of things. He's feeling a whole lot better. Thank you for all your prayers. But I've been noticing I'm getting a little wheezy stuff going on, and I've been trying to cough stuff up. So I don't feel bad. He's tried to give me this crud. So prayers would be welcome. And I got update on my nephew Ben. My nephew is in prison. Here's his address if you want to send him a card or a letter of encouragement. But he asks for your prayers because he is supposed to come up for parole in September, and he is wanting to go to this halfway house in Nashville called Men of Valor, and you can look them up online. It is an amazing organization to help prisoners who have been released. So, and it's a good Christian organization, and he wants to be where there are good people. So, say a prayer for Ben, and keep him in your prayers. I had to tell him, you're not in control. God is in control. God will put you where you're supposed to be. And he says, I know, Aunt Marla, but I really want to go there. I've heard such great things about it. So, hey, Rain. Anyway, so we're on paper clutter, and I know you have a lot of paper clutter, and some of it has been hiding in some strange places. Yes, your oven and your shower. You know where you've been hiding this paper clutter, and I want you to let's find those hidden places and deal with them, because we got lots of paper. Tomorrow I'm going to do a whole show on paper clutter. So I want you to post your questions in here on paper clutter. Do you have a question about paper clutter? And post them in here. Liz and Patty will collect them, as many as you can think of, and I will answer them, because I am the all-knowing, the all-seeing fly lady of paper clutter. And we deal with this in the Ohio method: only handle it once. See, the reason you got piles of paper is because you just laid it down and didn't deal with it. So we're gonna get rid of this paper clutter. There's my sister Patty. She got big things happening in her life too. And I'll let her tell you. She'll probably get me. Anyway, so we're in the kitchen this week too. So before we get started with our paper clutter, we need to put something in the crock pot for dinner so that we know what's for dinner. That's the biggest thing. Paper clutter in the yes, you know who you are. They put it in a bag and they hide it in their shower. In a shower that doesn't get used, and then something starts leaking and everything gets ruined, and it's just a great way to throw things away. Let's see. It's Wednesday. Let me find today's. Okay. It's refrigerator time. So my refrigerator is clean. It is absolutely clean. I only have one thing of leftovers in it, and it's clean. I don't really have to do anything on my refrigerator today. But you could do surprise chicken. Surprise chicken is cleaning out little snippets of condiments, putting it all in the crock pot, every little thing you can think of. Jellies, jams, steak sauce, jerk sauce, barbecue sauce. Let's just clean out these things and put them in your crock pot, and then throw some chicken in there with it, pieces of chicken, And by the end of the day, you will have surprise chicken, and you can serve it over rice. You could serve it over noodles. You could have some of the best stuff we've ever eaten has been done with surprise chicken. And you just clean out these little bits of condiments, little salad dressings, all of these things in these jars. Rinse these jars out, put them in recycling, and you got dinner. Throw some chicken breasts in there with it, or chicken thighs, or chicken legs, you name it. Just stick it in this sauce and cook it, and you've got this wonderful savory chicken. And it really does. It's surprise chicken. It never tastes the same twice. Now, so clean out your refrigerator, wipe things down, start with a sink full of hot soapy water. You can put the jars in there as you empty them. You put a little water in there, shake it around, and pour it in your crock pot. And you're going to find out you got some pretty good stuff going on there. And you cook it for 4-6 hours, and you got dinner. You could serve it over noodles, over pasta, over you name it. You could serve it. It's not frightening. You don't have awful stuff in your refrigerator in those condiment things. You're just cleaning them out. I'm not telling you to put your leftovers in there. I'm telling you to put the condiments. A little bit of ketchup, you can make it good. And it is good because it's surprise chicken. So get dressed to lace up shoes. This is first things first. You got to get dressed to lace up shoes. And then, knowing what's for dinner. And then you can tackle your paper clutter. And we have a lot of paper clutter. Now, even some mayonnaise. I have, mayonnaise. You're going to love it. So everybody drink up. I got the vitamin C going today. I always have the vitamin C going. Let's see. Post your questions here. Paper clutter questions. Somebody wanted to know this morning what to do with children's schedules. Put them on your calendar and throw them away. Yes, put them on your calendar and throw the schedules away. You don't need to know anymore. If you want a copy of the schedule, then take a picture of it with your phone and save it in a specific folder that you can look at the schedule. But once you get it on your calendar, you don't need it anymore. You really don't need it anymore. Baseball schedules the same way. Get them on your calendar. If you want to take a picture of it, put it in your phone, and then do away with it. You don't have to save it. Why do people want to save things? If you don't deduct your electric bill and stuff on your income taxes, which you shouldn't unless you have a home office, and then you got to prorate it, and it's just too much to do because we're not good at those things. You can, once your bill's paid, you can throw that away too. We don't keep anything like that. But if you're running a home, if you have an office and you're deducting part of your home as that office, then you may have to keep it. But we all have digital records now. You can go to your phone company, you can go to your electric company and get copies of these things. What do you mean dress to lace up shoes? Okay, what do you think that means? That means you get fully dressed and you put your shoes on and tie them to your feet and fix your hair and fix your face, and you get dressed all the way to your shoes, not running around barefoot. Not running around barefoot. We have to have our shoes on. Now, people's asking about bank statements. I'll answer all this stuff tomorrow. If you don't use coupons and flyers, Don't keep them. Now they're all digital. They're all digital. You can click it at the store. Now, one time we had somebody come up with the idea of taking an old spiral notebook and let the kids tape all your receipts in there. But how many of us use those receipts ever? You can deduct them if you're traveling for business. There's just not a whole lot of ways to use them. But you can keep up with what you're spending. This is important stuff to know. You know, how much are you spending every day on that Starbucks cup of coffee and a run through McDonald's? Is it $15 a day? Is it $7 a day? Keeping up with those stuff, and you know what you're spending and where your money's going. Financial awareness continually empowers. FACE. It's a free control journal on our website that you can use to get control of your paper clutter in your house. That's really what it's all about, is getting control of your paper clutter. I don't want to see what Elon Musk said this morning. So there's some fun ways to deal with your paper clutter, but mainly we got to quit ignoring it. We've got to quit ignoring our paper clutter, because, you know, if we put on our blinders, we don't have to see it, but it's on every flat surface in your home. Every flat surface. So quit piling things up. I think we all need architect's desks that are a 45-degree angle, so that when we put something on it, it slides right off. Then we'd have a big pile in the floor. This is one of those things. We're so afraid. We are so afraid. Don't worry about the photos now, but we'll talk about that tomorrow. Start gathering them up into one place. All one place. As you clean out paper clutter, you're going to find pictures. You're going to find gift cards. You're going to find insurance things. You're going to find a lot of stuff, and those things need to be put in one place that are important papers. You have a file for just important papers. Red office in a bag makes a good place to put these important papers, in sheet protectors, or you put them in your safe. But if you put them in a safe place, you're never going to find them again. I know, because I've done it. Sorry, y'all. I got tickle. Grandkids love to shred. Don't get your feather duster near a shredder. It will eat them. Shredders love feather dusters. Do not get your feather duster near a shredder. Now, we have a video on our YouTube page that is about hot spots and paper clutter. And these hot spots are where you put this paper. And 95% of the things on the hot spots are trash. 95% of it. And when you pile things up like that, things get lost. Now, think about how many of you have cleaned out a pile of clutter and found money? How many of you have done that? I want to see some thumbs up if you've cleaned out a pile of clutter and found a gift card, a $10 bill in a birthday card from your grandmother. That's what Granny used to send us. How many of you found money? This is a treasure hunt. So let's go on a treasure hunt. Think of this as a treasure hunt to find something that you didn't even know was missing in your life. Insurance Checks from insurance companies, lots of things are hiding in these piles. Deal with one pile at a time for 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes to clear out a hotspot. And you've got a lot of things to go through. I'm looking at all your comments. Wow. I got a treat for y'all on Friday. My friend Brian Russ is going to come on the show with me. He sent me a picture yesterday of his messy kitchen. He is a stay-at-home dad now. He's recovering from an accident. But the last 2 years of his life have been kind of tough. He got a bad infection and went septic and was in a coma for a long time, for a couple of weeks, until they could get this infection under control. And he and his wife are just the sweetest people. And he is so funny. I mean, he should be a stand-up comedian. And I'm going to try to figure out how to get him on here. And I'm looking at the little things at the bottom of my screen, and there is two people right there. Guest request. Okay, I see what I've got to teach him how to do that. So I think we're going to try to get Brian on here on Friday. So stick around. And it'll be fun. So if y'all want to see Brian, give me some thumbs up and say, "Come on, Brian. We want you to come on the show." So I'll have him watch this show so y'all can encourage him. But his wife has been a flybaby for a long time, and she's trying to teach him about setting a timer and doing things. And the kitchen did not look bad. He called it death row right there. He showed me this picture and he called it death row because there was so much stuff. I said, empty your dishwasher. And that starts the place to put your dirty dishes. And it didn't look bad to me. I could have had it cleaned up in 10 minutes. But he's been dealing with a broken neck. So he may not have as much mobility as the rest of us. But hey, I get him to come on here. Today is the last day for our silver rags. And we got the greatest testimonial yesterday. I mean, the greatest. Where this lady had used a wet rag, one of our miracle rags. It's Bryan. Had used a miracle rag wet to wash her mother's hair. She was an invalid and bedridden. The same thing. And she washed her mother's hair. And she says it wasn't perfect, but it was better than it was. And her mother felt better, knowing that her hair was clean. Y'all tell him. But it was just a great testimony. And I got to thinking, if somebody's an invalid and they have to have a sponge bath, what better thing to use than a silver rag? And for babies too. These make great cloths for babies. And they're on sale, half price. This will be fun. So, last call for silver rags. I use them on windows. I keep one in the bathtub. I wash dishes with them. They're my all-round cloth that I use for everything. I keep them on the arms of my chair in the living room. And they just do a wonderful job. They're soft, but yet they grab things like you wouldn't believe. Just like you wouldn't believe. And that's why we call them miracle rags. So folks, get it today. And okie dokie, let's see. We got some good things coming down the pike. I've been on the phone all morning with Justin. Probably won't be live until later this afternoon, and I can't wait to tell you about it. I cannot wait to tell you. Please help with dog hair. Dog hair. This is my dog hair removal tool. It's a rubber scrubber. Dogs and cats love to be brushed with this thing. It is an amazing tool for getting dog hair off of furniture, upholstered furniture. I picked this thing up. Tulip comes running because she wants to be brushed. She loves this thing. And she won't let anybody do it but me. She loves it. This is great for dog hair. But we're dealing with paper clutter today. And you've got stashes. And Monday you went around figuring out where all those stashes were. And we can get this stuff done. It's Wednesday. It's Anti-Procrastination Day. So let's deal with that pile of paper that's been scaring you. Let's deal with that. Because Friday we're going to deal with the paper in our car. Yes, you got paper in your car. And paper is in lots of forms. We don't have many photos like we used to have because they're all digital. But we got paper everywhere because we're scared of it. We're scared to deal with it because somebody might steal our identity. Well, you got to process it so they don't. When my mail comes in, I have a paper sack in a magazine rack, a wooden magazine rack that sits right by my chair. And that alone is where I put the mail that can't be put in the trash because I don't want anybody to steal it. So I put that in this paper sack, and then on Fridays is my day to put that in the fireplace and use the lighter and burn it because nobody can steal your identity if it's ashes. Why are you afraid to open your mail? Open the mail and deal with it. You're not facing things. You can't just throw it under the rug. You can't do that. It doesn't work that way. It just gets louder and louder. And then they'll start calling you on the phone. So you got to deal with things head on. Paper clutter it does make great fire starters, and I use it to get rid of this stuff all the time. I love my fireplace. In the summertime, I don't get to do it quite as much, so Robert burns more in our fire pit outside where we roast marshmallows and stuff. We have a nice big woods, but we're real careful. We always have water out there when we're burning stuff. That's a good idea, the furnace. So folks, post your questions. We got things to do, and it's really busy around here today. We've already had somebody drive up the driveway. Good job, Misty. We can get some things done. Today is Anti-Procrastination Day. Let's do it. Let's get it done. Let's quit letting it take control of our lives. We have to do this for ourselves. You know what happens when you don't deal with paper clutter? Because you're scared of it? It attacks you in your chest. It's what happens with women who are dealing with financial problems. If you don't deal with this, it's going to make you sick. So let's deal with our paper clutter. You have way too much of it. And yesterday, I think it was, I posted, it might have been today, a link to Dave Ramsey's page on what to keep. It's only important papers. And probably all the important papers in your whole life amount to this much. And yet we're keeping this much. So let's stop it. Let's stop it now. That's a good idea. I love you all. I think we'll play another song to get on out of here. Let me go back. This is a fun song. It's a swish and swipe song. But did you know you can swish and swipe just about everything in your house? Swish and swipe. And it's just what we do. We also have a great sale going on. Our swish and swipe set with the rubber swisher, the vase to hold the rubber swisher, and a purple rag set. Great bargain. Okay, folks, let's get ready to swish and swipe, because you can swish and swipe those hot spots just like you can swish and swipe your bathroom. Where'd it go? There it is. Here we go. I love this song. Oh, it's already died on me. I talked too long. Okay, gotta turn it on again. Too much technology. Now we're going.
Swish and swipe. I'm swishing, I'm swiping, but you won't hear me griping, 'cause I'm blessing my house today. I really dig it, I get it. It only takes a minute to keep my house looking this way. And
Turn it up.
You should see me move when I'm getting in the groove with the can-do.
You can do it.
Attitude, I fly so high when I'm swishing and swiping. No, you won't hear me griping, 'cause I'm blessing my house today. That's right. I've made it a habit. There's nothing hard about it. Just 15 minutes a day. I'm cleaning and cleaning. I do my quick routines, and I soon be able to play. And you should see me smile when I'm sprucing up this title. Only takes a little while and I'm done. And it's fun when I'm swishing and swiping. No, you won't hear me griping, 'cause I'm blessing my house today. Here we go now. Swish and swipe. Round and round I scrub, just once around this tub, and things are looking up and I fly so high when I'm swishing and swiping. No, you won't hear me griping, 'cause I'm blessing my house today. And that's right, I'm blessing my house today.
Go swish and swipe one of those paper piles. You can get it out. Deal with it. One pile at a time. You can do it. I know you can. I'll see you tomorrow about 11 o'clock. Bye. No, tomorrow is Thursday. I come on at 2 o'clock. Sorry about that. 2 o'clock tomorrow. And we will answer your paper questions. So either send them to post them on Facebook, or you can send them to flylady@flylady.net with paper clutter in the subject line. And we will go through them and put them in a big document, and I'll go through them and answer them as fast as I can. We'll do a speed round on paper clutter. See you tomorrow.